You're watching Eagle News International Switzerland Edition. I'm Christine Benedicto with news from continental Europe. In today's top stories, Spain is shaken by 2 terrorist attacks in Barcelona and in Cambrils. Air Berlin files for bankruptcy protection. As the Iglesia ni Cristo expands around the world, a new house of worship is dedicated in Ladybrand, South Africa. In lifestyle, how to make the most of summer in the city of Paris. And fun summer activities in the Pays d'en-Haut region of Switzerland. In sports, games that promote unity in Southern Europe. Neymar kicks a football in Geneva, Switzerland as he becomes a goodwill ambassador for Handicap International. And still in football, Real Madrid takes on Barcelona and wins the Spanish Super Cup. Spain is in mourning and in shock as twin terrorist attacks take place in Barcelona and in Cambrils, a coastal town 120 kilometers south of Barcelona. Here's our Spain Bureau for this report.
At least 13 people died and more than 100 got injured after suspected terrorist attack happened in Las Ramblas, a popular tourist spot in Barcelona, after a van rammed into crowds on August 17, 2017. After the incident, the shops and streets were closed. People were advised to stay at home. Metro stations near Las Ramblas were also closed. There were stranded tourists on the streets because they can't go back right away to their hotels. Victims were rushed to the nearest hospital, the Hospital del Mar, to be treated. There were 2 Filipinos hurt, but they are now out of danger. The next day, August 18, 2017, a group of 5 assailants armed with an axe and knives and wearing fake explosive belts were shot dead by police in the seaside resort of Cambrils, further down the Mediterranean coast, after the assailants rammed pedestrians with a car, causing 1 fatal casualty and injuring 6 other people, including a policeman. Investigators are working on a theory that the attacks in Barcelona and Cambrils and the explosion at the house in the town of Alcanar on August 16 are linked. Police believe the house may have been used to plan 1 or more deadlier attacks in Barcelona. They say the accidental explosion may have forced the group to find other ways to carry out their deadly plan.
Just before 5 o'clock in the afternoon, the Catalan police has shot dead Yunus Abu Yaqub, driver of the van and direct perpetrator of the attack in Barcelona on Thursday, causing the death of 14 people. He has been during the controls and operations deployed by the Catalan police since Tuesday throughout the country.
Yunus Abu Yaqub was tracked down and shot dead by the police on August 21st, ending a 5-day manhunt for the 12 perpetrators of Spain's deadliest attack over a decade. Of the other 11 in the militant cell, 5 were shot dead by the police hours after the van attack, 2 were killed in the blast in Alcanar, and 4 have been arrested. Spain's security level is currently at 4, just below the maximum level. To condemn the past day's atrocities, more than 140 Muslim organizations and associations in and around Barcelona took part in a rally in Plaza Catalunya on August 21st. Under the slogan, "The Muslim Community Against Terrorism," 1,300 people marched down the Ramblas to Liceu, where the white van ended its dreadful journey. Their cry called the attention of many people in La Rambla, where hundreds of people continue to gather in memory of the victims.
Reporting from Barcelona, Spain, I'm Lovely Apogis Fabros for Eagle News.
Germany's second largest airline company, Air Berlin, files for insolvency following years of losses and withdrawal of funding from Etihad Airways. Here's Maria Blaza Ramos with the details.
Air Berlin has filed to commence for insolvency proceedings under self-administration on August 15, 2017. The German government, Lufthansa and other partners are supporting Air Berlin in its restructuring efforts. Germany is bridging a loan of 150 million euros to maintain flight operations in the next 3 months. This means for now, all flights operated by Air Berlin will continue as planned, Flight schedule and bookings remain valid, and all flights can still be booked. The announcement of insolvency comes after years of losing money and after Etihad Airways notified that it no longer intends to provide Air Berlin with financial support. Thomas Wilkenman, CEO of Air Berlin, said that they are working tirelessly to achieve the best possible outcome for the company, their customers, and employees. Negotiations with Lufthansa and other partners regarding the acquisition of business units of Air Berlin are far advanced and highly promising and may be finalized shortly. Air Berlin expects its assets will be divided up between 2 or 3 buyers, adding that the long-haul business and leisure routes were currently 2 separate as business areas. The sale is targeted to be completed in September. German flag carrier Lufthansa was first in the queue for meetings, ahead of other potential bidders. But there is a concern that allowing Lufthansa to take over Air Berlin's route network would render large numbers of German domestic routes uncompetitive. German Deputy Economy Minister Matthias Metnick said it would take several investors to offer Air Berlin and its employees a long-term future. Airline investor Hans-Rudolf Borrell, who bought German airline Deutsche BA from British Airways for €1, has expressed interest in buying and keeping Air Berlin. EasyJet and Thomas Cook, according to a Reuters source, wish to play an active role in Air Berlin's restructuring. I'm Mary Ablaza Ramos for EBC Switzerland, and I am 1 with 25.
It's a joyful day in Ladybrand, South Africa, one to punctuate a string of new chapters opening for the Iglesia ni Cristo Church of Christ in this region, the launching of the Iglesia ni Cristo's first eco-farm outside the Philippines, an Aid for Humanity event feeding thousands of people, the inauguration of the last of 3 new chapels dedicated to God in Africa this year, and the opening of the first school for ministry on the continent.
It will be a good privilege for people to come and study. So through this one, the people here in Ladybrand, they are going to hear the word of God, they are going to see the truth of word of God.
Members of the INC and their guests traveled across the countryside to attend the event. Amongst the attendees, former pastors of other religions, some making the journey from countries like Kenya, Uganda, and Zambia.
My name is Brother Christopher. I'm originally from Nigeria, but I'm based here in Cape Town. I thank God for the eyewitness to the dedication of the chapel in Ladybrand. So I've witnessed the power of God, the grace of God upon the minister. So I really thank God for that.
This day became a prime opportunity for people to witness for themselves the Iglesia ni Cristo's dynamic progress in Africa. People left with an appreciation for this church committed to nourishing the bodies, hearts, economies, and most especially the souls in every community it reaches.
Yeah, I think that is fantastic because according to this area, this chapel which has been just opened today, it will help a lot. I think if you look at the situation of this area of Ladybrand, people are lacking what we call spiritual nourishment. And the lacking of spiritual nourishment can cause several damages.
And many took away a deep gratitude for the man of God at the helm of this church's loving strides to help all mankind.
And he must also open another dedication chapels even in Zimbabwe, because we don't have this church in Zimbabwe. So we also need him to be in Zimbabwe. And I am also interested to go to Zimbabwe with him.
I really thank God for his life, for how he have taken over the work of God with all his heart.
I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much for being here, for being in Africa. We really appreciate it. And we are so happy. We wish you to be, like, you just stay here with us.
Reporting from Ladybrand, South Africa, I'm Priscilla Chulu for Eagle News, and I am 1 with 25.
stories on what to see, learn, and experience in continental Europe. Today, let's get some tips on how to make the most of the sunny days in Paris. And then, go to Switzerland's Pays d'Enhaut region for a summer break close to nature and discover a wonderland for kids. In Paris for the summer, here's how to enjoy this great city and the sun at the same time. Let's hear more from our French bureau.
When sunny days are here in Paris, many people spend their vacation by going to other countries, while others decide to stay in the capital. In times of great heat, parks and pools are full of people who want to wind down, to have fun, or to freshen up. Well, another place to go to is Paris Plage, which literally signifies Paris beaches.
Accessible from July until September every year, the concept of Paris Plage started in 2002. It aims to give the opportunity to those who stay in the city in summer to take advantage of activities that are usually done on coastline beaches. Paris Plage is located in places next to a river like the Pont des Arts or the Pont Sully, and even in front of the Eiffel Tower. Recently, it has been extended up to the Bassin de la Villette with some new things. Children or adults are sure to have fun because of the variety of things that they can do here, such as relaxing on deck chairs, playing pet and water games. There are even booths and shows. All of these are here to create as much as possible a typical French beach atmosphere. That's not all, there's even more to come. On Sunday, September 3, 2017, the second edition of the Fluctuat will take place. It is an event where swimming fans will be competing against each other in several races at the Bassin de la Villette. So, Paris Plage is the perfect place to go to when the heat is on the snow flights, and most of all, to beat it. From Paris, France, I'm Kenneth Manalo and I am 1 with 25.
Thanks! That was a great tip for a trip to Paris. Now, care for a summer break next to nature's gifts where you and the kids are sure to have a great time? Let's ask Christine Benedicto now.
Kids, are you up for a fun-filled trip to the Pays d'Enhaut? Let's discover together what this beautiful pre-alpine region has for you in summer.
Nestled at the foot of the Swiss Alps, the Pays d'Enhaut is a region comprised of the villages of Châteaudet, Rossinière, and Rougemont, all with their typical Swiss chalets and stunning views. A great destination for winter activities, the region also boasts of varied options for a wonderful summer break for families, like walking in the woods and why not dipping into the water of a river or under natural waterfalls. If you're looking for a combination of an active and a relaxing summer vacation for you and your family, try this place. Target especially the 1 week between July and August when the Pays d'Enhaut becomes the Pays des Enfants. From a typical Swiss mountainous region, it becomes a wonderland for children. During that week, the village streets and parks are filled with many and mostly free activities tailored for children of all ages. In Châteaudet, for example, take a stroll on the cobblestone streets and get busy with educational workshops, from drawing to cheese or bread making. The Village Museum and Movie Theater also have children-oriented interactive exhibitions, films, and contests, or maybe watch a show or two. The Village Playground and Mini Golf Park are also classic playtime spots. And if you want to be more challenged, see if you can find a treasure through the clues spread around the village. Or go through a labyrinth, but not just on foot, of course. That would be too easy. Or maybe check your speed and skills by running an obstacle race. And if you're up for it, put in a costume and hold a glass full of water when doing that race. And then end your day with a wet sponge fight. And when you think you've already had a great time after all these activities, you even get a surprise gift. In summer, let the rich nature of the Pays d'Enhaut spoil your senses and let this beautiful region bring your family together.
I hope you enjoyed our day trip to Châteaudet. From EBC Switzerland, I'm Christine Benedicto and I am 1 with 25.
That was great fun. Thanks, Christine. That's it for today's Lifestyle Stories from Continental Europe. Join us again next time for more. I'm Melanie Baumgartner. I am 1 with 25.
In sports news, showing unity through sports in Southern Europe. Let's hear from our correspondent from our Spain Bureau.
Members of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo from the district of Southern Europe gathered here in Barcelona, Spain to participate in the two big activities of the church. The Unity Games that was being held around the world and the Welcome My Brethren for the guests, Bible students, and newly baptized. The said events were held on August 15, 2017 at Novi Care Sports Center.
The Unity Games aim to develop friendly competition and promote active and healthy lifestyle. The event was attended by many members from the different local congregations of Spain and Italy. Players and supporters from Southern Europe traveled by bus for many hours, more than 18 hours for some, so they could participate in this sports event. The program started with a parade of players, ministers, evangelical workers and their families, followed by the players at taking ceremony. Before the games started, a cheer dance was performed by the Barcelona cheering squad. The Unity Games included volleyball men and women edition, and basketball for the church, 3 Christian family organizations, the Buklod, which is an organization for married couples, the Kadillo for single members, and the Binhi for young members from ages 12 to 17 years old. As part of the Welcome My Brethren project, non-members were welcome to join the Unity Games. Preparation for this sports activity required lots of patience and practice. The players showed their skills and sportsmanship.
Lalayo na aktibidad na ito ng kapisan ng pansambahayan na lalong mapagbuklod-buklod at magkaisa ang mga kapisanan sa loob ng Iglesia ni Cristo.
Incontrare i nostri cari amici di altri locali, stare insieme con loro per qualche giorno.
The participants showed that it was not the winning in the games that mattered. It was their cooperation and unity.
Reporting from Barcelona, Spain, I'm Lovely Apple Fabros for Eagle News. I'm 1 with 25.
Football star Neymar kicks for Handicap International.
A star on and off the field, Neymar was in Geneva recently as a goodwill ambassador for Handicap International, an organization that fights for the rights of the disabled in dire need of help.
Eu estou não só disposto a dar a minha imagem, né, que eu sei do que é capaz, né, e em ajudar, né, e é isso. Acho que a forma prática a gente vai começar a colocar, né, o que for preciso, né, para fazer, para ajudar. Quem deixa o mundo um pouco, né, difícil somos nós, né. Acho que nós somos os seres humanos que acaba, né, pondo o mundo de uma forma onde não queremos, né. Então, para isso estão as pessoas que estão aqui. São as pessoas que estão nessa sala, mais e milhares que tem fora, que quer um mundo melhor, que quer os direitos iguais, que quer que sejam todos tratados iguais. Então é para isso que a gente está aqui, então é para isso que a gente busca.
On the Broken Chair Monument, symbolizing victims of landmines, in front of the United Nations, the Brazilian, who has pledged to be a voice for the needy, did not fail either to thrill his fans by doing 1 or 2 tricks.
Real Madrid defeats Barcelona to win the Super Cup.
This August 2017, Spain held the annual 2-legged football tie contested by the winners of La Liga and Copa del Rey competitions.
The 2017 Spain Super Cup was the 31st edition, which was played between the winners of the Copa del Rey and holders of the Super Cup, Barcelona Football Club, and the champions of La Liga, Real Madrid. This was the first time since the 2012 edition that the Super Cup featured El Clásico. The first leg ended with a score of 1-3 in favor of Real Madrid. On the second leg, Barcelona remained goalless while Real Madrid scored 2 more goals.
lo importante es creer. Nosotros hemos creído en lo que hacemos y jugamos muy bien fuera e hicimos un gran partido también esta noche, sobre todo la primera parte que fue espectacular. Entramos muy bien el partido, controlamos, bueno, hemos metido mucha intensidad desde el principio, jugamos en campo rival, recuperamos el balón y luego, bueno, ha sido el partido esperado.
The final result of the match was 5-1, giving victory to Real Madrid and adding their 10th title as winners of the Spain Super Cup. Reporting from Madrid, Spain, I am Catherine Ferrer for Eagle News.
That's it for today's sports news. I'm Christopher Wright, and I am 1 with 25.
That's it for today's Eagle News International Switzerland edition. Thank you for watching and join us again next time as we bring news that matters to you.